There has been a lot of information coming out about OTAs, but I think there's one big thing that we're all kind of missing, and it's that we have a defense. The Detroit Lions officially have a defense. And the reason I say this is because a lot of standout players from OTAs have been defensive players, but really the offense has struggled. And so if we look at it here, this is from All Lions Fan Nation. They were doing a little roundtable and talking about OTAs. What is your reaction to the Lions' offensive struggles in OTAs? Christian Boyer, not concerning. I'm not too worried about it. What it means for this upcoming season. It's part of OTAs. In particular, Jared Goff will be just fine. It's a rough patch in OTAs. It's not worth getting worried about. I agree. No big deal. Expect this group to continue to gel in the coming weeks. By the time the regular season rolls around, the offense will be just fine. Here's where it gets interesting. I think the defense should be getting a little more credit for coming into OTAs with a very competitive mindset. 100%. OTAs, look, we're not in pads, whatever. But here's the thing, it still matters. It matters because you're playing against the offensive side. They're trying to do things, but the defense, which should be a little bit of a head just because you're kind of flying around defensively, you can do things. Offense is trying to figure out some timing. Defensively, we've got players now. We're gonna get to that in just a second. How much better we actually are defensively, like seriously, how much better? So offensively, they lack rhythm. Goff is still tossing daily interceptions at OTAs. More eyebrows, if he's still doing it at minicamp, more eyebrows will be raised. 100% agree with that. But if you look at what's going on, again, you go to the secondary, go to our depth chart, you go to the secondary, Cameron Sutton. I mean, right there, you take him out. You put him in, Okuda out, Emmanuel Mosley, him in, Owarie out, and now Jerry Jacobs, who was your starter, goes to your your second string. Guy's going to be a rotational piece. Perfect. Jerry Jacobs is an excellent rotational piece. He's a okay corner, okay starter. Excuse me. Now perfect, right where he needs to be. Kirby Joseph, Tracy Walker, if he's been coming on, he's been a big standout from OTAs. Brian Branch from OTAs. And then the next thing in this, talking about who stood out. Who were you? Oh, hold on. Question number 3. Which player impressed you the most from OTAs last week? Boyer said Parker Romo. We'll get to that in a minute. Parker Romo, the kicker, is just doing outstanding. Next guy said, I'm impressed with linebacker Alex Anzalone. And you guys remember this offseason, I was like not too fond of us re-signing him for what we re-signed him for. I'm like, Anzalone, is he good? Is he not? But all he's done since he's been here has gotten better. Coaches trust him. I've never heard a coaching staff talk about trust so much, except for the Lions coaching staff. They talk about, can I trust you? Can I trust that you're going to be where you need to be when you need to be there? Love it. Alex Anzalone, he has become one of the most reliable caps on the defense and even had one of his interceptions highlighted on the team's social media channel. He's played alongside Derek Barnes at OTAs and is proving why the team decided to extend his contract for 3 more seasons. Yep. Brad Holmes, you know better than I do. Where are you at with Anzalone? Do you love him? Are you like, no, we should be better there? I'm coming around Alex Anzalone. I think the coaches trust him. All he's done has been on the field. He's been consistent. He makes tackles. He runs the defense. All right, fine. I'll come around to Anzalone. So you look at linebacker. That's the linebacker. We go into, just go back two off seasons ago where all we have is Anzalone and like Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I think that's what we had. Jeez. So then we draft Derek Barnes. Then we draft Malcolm Rodriguez. We draft Jack Campbell. We finally look at this linebacker core. Now, we're probably only going to have 2 linebackers on the field most of the time. So you have Anzalone and Jack Campbell. Boom. Or you have Jack Campbell and Rodriguez, depending on an injury or whatever. Then you have Derek Barnes coming in. You just have options now. Before, it's Malcolm and Anzalone just living and dying out there. They've been out there this whole time. Derek Barnes comes strolling in. He's healthy as can be. He's fresh as can be because it's the third quarter, his first time getting in, because you don't trust him. They don't trust him. And it's like, it just felt very hard on these two. Now this feels right. Now Derek can come in. Okay, yeah, he's got to come in a little bit. Oh, I mean, defensively, we're miles ahead. Aiden Hutchinson, year 2, looks bigger, faster, stronger. He is bigger, faster, stronger. He mentioned how his meal planning, his food, everything. He has it now, because you think about it. Aiden Hutchinson, all rookies last year. You graduate college, you're looking, you're training, you're wondering where you're going to go, where you're going to get picked, where you're going to get drafted. It's draft, then you get picked, and then it's media, and you just don't have an off season. You're trying to figure out what you're doing, where you're going. Then you're thrown into rookie minicamp, OTAs. He had 3 months to just get better, get bigger, get stronger. Love that. Isaiah Buggs, year 3 now. Or excuse me, Aleem McNeil, year 3. Isaiah Buggs, who really found his home, loves it here. Romeo, what if he can come out like he was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when he's just dominating? Charles Harris, same thing. Josh Pascal, look at the depth. I mean, it's really there. Christian Covington, Levi. What if Levi can come here? James Houston, third down specialist. Julian, what if, I mean, there's a lot of what ifs, but it's not like, what if we need you? It's like, hey, what if you're outstanding, you make the team, Covington gets cut, Benito Jones gets cut because Charles, Broderick Martin, forgot about him. This guy's looking great. So the depth is there. Thank you. The depth. Iffy, Brian Branch, the best safety in the draft, is the Lions' second string safety. So we could put in on like a dime situation. We could put all these guys in. I mean, seriously, let's put all 8 of these guys in 3rd and 17. Okay, we got a package for that. We got a package for this. We got a package for that. I mean, that is the difference, and that is why the Lions are going to be better, because we couldn't stop anybody last year in the first half of the season. Now we're going to be in. It's going to be hard to move the ball on us. Teams are still going to score. Obviously, teams are still going to do things. We're going to have an off game here and there, but you're going to just make it hard on teams. And then offensively, we know we're innovative. We're going to make things happen offensively. Where do the Lions lose 10 games, right? Like, that's just not going to happen. So that's 7-10. Even if they lost 10 games, it'd be 7-10. So it's like, we're going to win 10 games, aren't we? I mean, it's like, hello. So 10-7, win the division, home playoff game, win that. Crowd's going crazy. Win one more. Now you're deep in the playoffs. Like, this is crazy. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. Win the divisional games. You don't want to get too far ahead. It's just fun to talk about and see what could happen, thanks to the depth on our defense, and absolutely love that. So, hey, make sure you subscribe. If you want to become a member of the channel, more live stuff coming, lot more content. We're getting close to the season. If you are a Lions fan, if you watched this far into the video, subscribe, share this, tell your friends. This is your spot for Detroit Lions football. This is going to be the spot that we celebrate together when we win a playoff game, when we win the division, really. That's probably it. And also, Craig and I will be at probably the 2nd or 3rd game this season. Look for us. We're going to do a meetup. I'm talking about it already now. We're going to do a meetup at Ford Field to meet people. Just say, hey, because we're Lions fans. We've been through this together. We've made it this far, and now we're on the precipice of a huge season. It's going to be so much fun when it gets to fall. We got summer ahead of us. A lot of good things coming up. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see all of you on the next one.